character and have a catalytic effect on others that surround you. I encourage you to practice compassion, help, understand, and show kindness to others. Elie Wiesel, the Nobel laureate, once said, "The opposite of love isn't hate, the opposite of love is indifference." Make sure that you make a difference in the lives of others, and take care of those that surround you, because they often look to you to look out for them. There is no greater satisfaction than knowing that you helped someone else. There's an old proverb that says, "There's a choice you have to make in everything you do. However, you must always keep in mind that the choices you make ultimately make you." I know that each of you will make good choices. Congratulations and good luck, class of 2015.
It now gives me great pleasure to honor students who have shown remarkable commitment to their studies at Fitchburg State University and has thus received high marks for their efforts. Tonight we have 91 undergraduate students who are graduating cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. Please join me in recognizing their hard work. Out of so many exceptional students, only one can be named valedictorian of the 2015 winter commencement. The valedictorian is the student with the highest cumulative grade point average in the class. This year, Ellen Goldman from Communications Media has earned that honor. Ellen Goldman graduates tonight with a degree in Communications Media with a concentration in film and video. A native of Leominster, she joins us tonight literally hours after finishing a semester-long internship at WCVB-TV in Boston. During her time at Fitchburg State, Ellen presented at our undergraduate research conference, shared work at juried Visions exhibitions, performed in a main stage theater production. She also studied abroad, spending the spring 2014 semester in Ireland. Ellen graduates summa cum laude with a grade point average of 3.98 out of a total possible 4.0. Please join me in welcoming Ellen Goldman to the podium. Ellen?
Thank you, Dr. Weiser. Good evening, President Lapidus, members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, and most of all, fellow graduates. And Mom. Hi, Mom. Did anyone else see Star Wars last night? It was worth it. I saw it at 2 a.m. this morning. I promise no spoilers. The only better way to celebrate the end of the semester is to be here celebrating the culmination of our collegiate experience with all of you. We're about to officially finish our degrees. That was a fast 4.5 years. And more for some of our undergraduates. And I'd also like to acknowledge the men and women who are completing their master's degrees or certificates of advanced graduate study this evening. I'm so honored to have the opportunity to speak to you tonight. When I was preparing the speech, I thought about giving advice like, looking at my little brothers, just show up and put down your electronics. But I didn't feel like I was qualified to give advice because obviously we're all graduating. I thought about explaining how I got through my 9 semesters and came to be standing here. I just showed up and put down my electronics. And I thought about reminding you that not everything you see online, particularly on your friends' social media or anywhere on Facebook, is necessarily as it seems. But instead, I want to give a shout out and share a hope. I was very fortunate while I was pursuing my degree. I got to spend an unforgettable semester in Galway, Ireland, and I just finished a semester-long internship working for the Chronicle show on WCBB TV Channel 5. Two experiences that I could not have had without Fitchburg State University. I made some films for and about some good people. I got to learn from some really cool comm professors. Bob, Professor Tobin, Vieira, Kevin, thank you all. I took some great classes inside my major and outside. What comm major comes away from macroeconomics thinking, that was cool? This one, apparently. I made some wonderful friends here at Fitchburg State, whom I hope to be able to stick by for life, and I am so thankful to still have my best friends from high school by my side. While I worked part-time at my beloved YMCA throughout my entire time here, I had plenty of help from my wonderful family. I wasn't asked to pay my entire way. The burden of car payments, insurance payments, rent money, and money for most of my meals has not yet been laid on my shoulders. But that changes tomorrow, right, Dad? I stand before you tonight because I earned the highest grade point average, and while I am extremely proud of that accomplishment, it's just one of many that students at universities can achieve. And I want to remember that everyone here is earning their university degree. Some of you did it while taking on all of those monetary responsibilities that I mentioned. Some of you worked full-time and took a full course load. Some of you had to overcome great personal challenges. Some of you got engaged, had children, or raised a family while completing your degree. Many of you came to college for the first time as actual grown-ups. God bless all of you. You are the strength of Fitchburg State University. So what am I going to do tomorrow? I'm not sure. When people ask me, so what do you want to do? I've been known to smile big and say, that's a great question, giving a slightly different answer depending on the day or the person who's asking. I certainly wasn't totally directionless, and am not, but all of my plans are written in pencil. But as I was thinking about what I wanted to say tonight, I realized that I do know what I want to do. I have a new standard answer now. I want to do good. I want to be gentle to the world and the people in it. We are living in what feels like scary times. Whether or not you know what you will do tomorrow, I hope that you will do good. For thousands of people, for just your grandma or your neighbor, or for the entire state, I hope that you remember that the world is beautiful, and to contribute to it one small or giant act at a time. I don't think there is anything better that you could do tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen. It is now my pleasure to present the President's Medal. This award honors meritorious and outstanding service to the university, the region, or the state. It is presented to those whose significant achievements serve as examples of the university's aspirations for its students. Tonight we bestow this honor upon Fitchburg Mayor Lisa Wong. But first, let me tell you a little bit about our distinguished honoree. Lisa Wong made history in 2007 when she was elected mayor of Fitchburg at the age of 28. She is the city's first minority mayor and the first Asian American woman to serve as a mayor of any city in Massachusetts. In her 4 terms in office, Mayor Wong stabilized the city's finances, oversaw the strengthening of its public schools, and worked tirelessly to promote economic development while boosting civic pride. Mayor Wong also recognized the importance of a strong relationship between City Hall and the university. Her vision for Fitchburg has always included harnessing the energy and enthusiasm of our students, faculty, and staff. She has been generous with her own time and knowledge, frequently visiting campus to speak with students about her own journey and the joy that can come with a career in public service. Mayor Wong is moving on to new adventures, and we have no doubt her future endeavors will involve strengthening communities and speaking on behalf of the voiceless. I now ask Mayor Wong to join me at the podium. Mayor Wong, in recognition of your contributions to this university, the city of Fitchburg, and the region, I'm honored to present to you the President's Medal.
Good evening, President Lapidus, Mrs. Lapidus, our state representative and mayor-elect, Stephen DiNatale, distinguished guests, our graduates, the wonderful staff and faculty at Fitchburg State University, and of course, my parents, Daniel and Christina Wong, and my husband, Anthony Soto. I am honored to receive this great recognition for what feels like a decade-and-a-half celebration in my partnership with Fitchburg State University. During the last 8 years as mayor, during my tenure at the Fitchburg Redevelopment Authority, and most importantly, as your neighbor living directly behind Russell Towers. Like many of you, I will carry forward a lot of great memories from this campus. When I first started working in Fitchburg, I spent a lot of long days working on grants and projects with staff here, and I spent a lot of long evenings attending and winning trivia contests with faculty here. I've been invited to talk with many of you during class and at student government. I signed a steel beam that is now part of the Science Center, and I survived a half a dozen mayoral debates on this campus. To the graduates, I've watched you thrive, winning in the classroom, on the athletic fields, and most of all as civic champions. I've seen you stay up all night on your rockathons, and I hear you celebrating every time the Patriots or Red Sox win. I've had many of you as interns, and even hired some of you to work for the city. And maybe some of you will even hire me one day. I know you will go far. You are so blessed to now be graduates of Fitchburg State. With your degree, you will be able to unlock many doors and use what you have learned to make yourselves, your families, and the world a better place. I still remember my economics professor from college teaching me about zaibatsus in Japan. These are giant conglomerates that have long ago dissolved, but they're part of a lifetime employment system where many workers had the same job for their entire lives. My professor also reminded us that this was history, that my generation would probably have at least 6 different careers. So this was over 15 years ago, so it means that your generation is probably going to have at least 8 different careers. I would embrace that. Start your own business, change cities, chase your dream or dreams, and please, at some point, try running for office. You won't regret it. Thank you again for the award and for the honor of working with you all.
This time, I would like to ask Mr. Marty Connors, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. I will sit down.
Let's start that again. Thank you, Mayor Wong. The Innovata Brass will now perform variations on a theme from Haydn.